Now I had sent you a couple of questions, but
Had.
I'm thinking you probably didn't get them. Did
No,
you
I
get
did get them. I did get
Okay.
them.
Can I read you the first one here and let's see if we can,
That's what I was hoping you were going to do.
wonderful, because I know that this mom is watching right now. They said, I guess my question is for Bonnie Yates. Our school hasn't figured out what they are doing in the fall, but my therapists are asking to start schedule for the fall now. I don't want to lose valuable time, and yet I don't know what to do about school. Can I get in trouble with school if I don't attend some online classes because we're at therapy? Also, if I do cyber school, can I leave if everything opens? Currently, he is in front of a computer from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Thursday with only 30 to 60-minute break. That includes ABA, speech, OT, math, language, and music. He also has 2 nights in group session from 4 to 5:30, more ABA. Friday is only 1 hour of ABA. How much time is he really supposed to be in front of a screen? And can I ask the school to limit some of the other subjects? There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah, there's a lot to
And
unpack.
we didn't give the disclaimer. We just very briefly, I want to give the disclaimer. Would you mind doing that?
No, I wouldn't mind giving the disclaimer, and I also wouldn't mind for the person that sent in this very detailed question to talk to her more specifically. So, if you want to do that, we could set that up. The disclaimer is that we try to answer questions of general interest on the air, and it's not a substitute for specific legal advice. And you really do want and need some specific legal advice. You have a lot of questions. So let's see if I can remember. Okay, so the first question I have is, it sounds as if your ABA therapy is virtual. Is that your impression, Shannon? Or is the
Yes.
ABA, okay, so the ABA therapy is virtual, but yet I'm understanding that you're concerned about, I thought the concern is that she's going to have to give up the ABA therapy to be online and do school. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are in this boat right now, Bonnie, where ABA is back, and ABA providers are rightly trying to get kids back in and scheduled, and people still don't know what the fall schedule is for school, so they're nervous about. They're like, oh, am I going to get in trouble? Should I take ABA now and then deal with it later? Like everybody is like standing on one foot.
I see. Okay. Well, just my opinion, but I don't know that what you're going to get from school in the fall is going to be worth sacrificing your ABA for. It would obviously depend on, past performance by the district would be the best indicator of what you might get in the future. They say they're going to try to do better. They never did good enough as far as I was concerned when we weren't virtual. So I would set myself up to do the ABA, and you can proceed one of two ways with modifying your schedule. First of all, you said, can I opt out of cyber school if I want to when it's time to go back to school? Of course you can. School's compulsory if it's open. Nobody can force you to do cyber school. In the meantime, you can either have an IEP meeting with the district, and we heard that, I think it was San Francisco Unified, Shannon, said they're going to do an IEP for every single one of their 2,700 kids in special education in the first month of September. So you can ask for an IEP, you can tell them you need a modified schedule, you can tell them it's too much screen time, you can talk about his response to distance learning so far and why it hasn't been that educational, and you've got a better way that you want to do things. And then you can set up, if you're in California anyway, you can set up a private homeschool in your home and do whatever home program you want to under your auspices as a private school. Now, the problem is, if you reject the district learning, distance learning, I haven't seen them coming after people for truancy or anything like that. I haven't seen them trying to force people into it. But if you're going to challenge their program in the future and ask for compensatory education, you want to have tried it so you can describe why it was so not working for your kid. That's the only thing I would say is we're getting into some due processes now where the district is like, well, you didn't even, take advantage of like 50% of what we offered. So, how do you know that it's not good? But anyway, if you're in California, I'd be happy to talk this through, because I think that there's some facts in there that I don't have, like what the age of your child is and what you got during distance learning and how bad was it. But the general approach is, I think lots of people are going to be rejecting distance learning because it doesn't work for their kids.
Yeah, and I'm not 100% positive, but I believe that this parent is closer to where you are now than California,
Uh-huh.
unfortunately.
Okay.
So
Well, I mean, so my experience is based on what goes on in California, but generally speaking, I think it sounds like you do need to talk to a special education attorney. I would direct you to the COPA website. If you do this right, I don't think you have to worry about having truancy problems. You might, run into a problem in terms of them saying you didn't, do our program. I mean, and I don't know what the private school rules are in your state. I just can tell you that in California, you could totally leave public school and set up a private school in your home. And if your position is the district is not providing FAPE, that's why I'm having to do this. You give them 10 business days written notice. That's federal. That's true in every state. And you tell them that to the extent that you have to spend money on private services, you're doing so because they didn't offer FAPE. And then you're set if you decide to bring a case later to get reimbursed for any private services that you might purchase.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.